everybody, and this one's a little bit deceptive. It's not exactly a welcome back to Elden Ring. This is actually just a channel update. The reason I'm playing Elden Ring is because A, that's where I've been sinking all of my time, because I'm trying to get all of the endings for a video that I want to do, and I'm almost there. I've gotten most of them at this point. But also, Elden Ring has kind of just progressed to the point where I can play it and not have to think about what I'm doing in the game at this point.
Come over
Yeah, shut up, sir. I gotta think a little bit because I'll push the wrong buttons because I'm stupid. But that's not the point. The point here is that I wanted to...
You're just
No, wait.
The guard. You'll sleep.
I open the gate.
It's only...
Open the gate! Anyway, I've been gone for a little while. And I wanted to just touch up a little bit on why that's been. I got a few different reasons, and I probably should have something here to organize my thoughts, but I'm not that smart, so I don't. Let's just start with the first and most obvious, being that I'm not that great of a content creator yet. And what I mean by that is it's simply, I'm very new to this still. There's a lot that I don't really, there's some things that I just straight up don't know how to do. And then there's something, like, for example, OBS is being broken. I have no idea how to fix that right now. I have no idea why it's broken, what's wrong with it, how I can fix it, anything of the sort. It's just totally fucked right now. And I'm too new to understand how to fix it. You know, some of my stream interface elements are being problematic. I don't know how to fix that. I'm not a very good artist, so when it comes to like making thumbnails and stuff, I struggle a little bit, especially trying to make custom made ones. It's just a little difficult. But those are really minor problems that can be overcome easily enough. Like, yeah, it affects the quality of my stuff a little bit, but it's really not that big of a deal. That's probably the most minor effect on my content as a whole. A much larger effect has been, and technically I have to preface this by saying that I don't have a diagnosis. I cannot confirm for sure that this is what happened. And the reason that I can't is because I did not go to a doctor and get it checked, because I just don't roll that way. But, that said, excuse me, I do believe I had a minor heart attack. Like, I didn't go into cardiac arrest. My heart continued to pump, but I do think that I had a heart attack. And the reason that I think this is because at work one day, or not necessarily at work, but more accurately, when I got up one day, when I was getting ready for work, there was just like this really intense pressure in my chest where my heart would be. And I kind of expected it to, ease off during the day, but it didn't. Instead, it ended up getting worse as the day went on, which was a little bit concerning. And it ended up being accompanied with a pain in my left shoulder and arm, which, as I'm sure a lot of you know, is the danger spot. That's exactly where you don't want to have those sorts of things. So it was a wee bit concerning. And it persisted all day. I took some ibuprofen to mostly just help with the pain, and I went to bed, and the next day I woke up feeling a lot better. But still, it made for a really rough couple of days, just kind of dealing with and recovering from that, just because it made me feel really fucking weird. It was an unsettling experience. I didn't feel like recording that day. Woo. And it was just a thing that happened. And like, I'm not out here looking for like sympathy or anything. I'm just trying to say, you know, I think it happened. Nothing more, nothing less. Then, after that, of course, you know, we've had like the holidays and stuff coming up. We threw a Halloween party, and of course, I gotta remind you guys, I don't actually know where like my backlog sits right now, because I cleared everything out, and then I went through, because I had this issue where I wanted my content to be closer aligned to like where I actually was, so it gave a more accurate representation of what was going on. But that's foolish. I can't keep up doing it like that. I'm gonna have to make a serious, severe backlog, which has also been part of what I've been working on since I beat Elden Ring. Is I've been getting myself a backlog going of some roguelites and some other story things to be coming up next on the channel. So I do have that backlog started at least, and that'll be coming out soon enough. I will get T-shout. Ow. You bitch. I will get T-shout for this. Motherfucker! An asshole over there, man. So yeah, part of the time's been spent, playing other games, working on getting the backlog going for the story games and stuff. And like I said, I don't know where that's at, so I don't know actually. I don't know, the point of this statement is I don't know if my backlog is before or after the Halloween party. But we threw a Halloween party and, hosted and stuff. So that took up some time as well. Here recently, like a large chunk between setting it up and actually having it and then recovering after the fact. Getting costumes together and everything. It was just kind of, ow. And then finally, with coming into the, and of course, this has been over a couple of months, so it's not like this is the only thing that's happening. Like I said, I'm gonna touch on everything a little bit, just kind of going in order. And as far as like hosting and obligations of that sort, we had the holidays coming up. We had to get ready for and host Thanksgiving. Because, we're the ones that host Thanksgiving, and it's just, oh, that hurt. It's just a lot of work to do that and set everything up. And so that took a lot of time by itself. And then here's the kicker. While doing Halloween, my entire fucking household, or not Halloween, I'm sorry. While doing Thanksgiving, my entire household got the flu. My brother started it. He picked it up from work. He brought it home with him. And when he brought it home, he he had a panic attack is what happened. And he lost all ability to function. I'm not saying that he should have lost ability to function, but he did. And so, and also he was refusing to eat. He didn't eat for like 3 days. So that's not good for your health. But so what ended up happening is he came outside and he passed out due to what I believe to be a lack of blood sugar. And because you have to eat. You have to eat. You just have to. I guess I'll talk to her just so I can summon her for the fight. And let's skip through this real quick so that it's not talking over my talking.
If you ask, you call the winds.
Ask you call upon me. Okay, I will call upon you. Anyway, so he passed out, and we picked him up. I picked him up and carried him, and so the whole time that he was non-functional, I was the one that was holding him up and helping him move and carrying him around. So I got really, really sick from his flu, and the rest of the household got it a little bit, but not as severely as either of us had. And of course, by the time I was getting it, he was coming down off of it. And I ended up I missed a couple of days of work over it, and I was bedridden for days, and still only it's a week later now. I'm only just now getting really to where I feel better. It was long and arduous. I still had a cough for a long time. It only just left. So that's another point of where a lot of time went. But like I said, the largest amount of time between anything and everything. Yes, I've been getting sick and having medical issues that have interfered and slowed things down a little bit, but none of that has been the major thing. The main major thing is that I have no fucking discipline. And what I mean by that is I have a couple of brothers who like to play a lot of different various games together. They're into multiplayer stuff. But neither of them stream or record, so they don't have that facet to deal with. So it makes it a little bit awkward when I'm doing it. But they keep jumping from game to game. And it makes it so that, that's how to explain this. With them jumping from game to game, every time they pull me in for a new game, I end up getting really, really into it and invested in what's going on. And then what'll happen is I'll spend a lot of time on it, a lot of time. And then they'll just kind of lose interest. So, ow, you bitch. So I end up losing a lot of time just to well, not really redoing anything, but getting into series over and over. And yes, that should be content in and of itself. But see, here's the thing. The first game we did it with, woo, bitch. Get dodged. The first game we did it with had the issue of I didn't tell them that I was going to be recording, so they did not monitor their language well enough, and it was too much footage for me to try and sort through and make sure that my brother didn't say anything stupid. And I didn't care if he said stupid stuff, but he wouldn't want me to post the content without making sure he didn't say anything particularly hateful, despite it's all satirical and joking, but he was freaked out by it, and it bothered him, so I ended up scrapping, I don't even know, like a lot of footage though, like probably 5 or 6 hours of footage for GTFO, and it was really good content. I mean, the gameplay was good, the commentary was great, the back and forth, the banter was all lovely, but I just lost that content. And then the next game that we switched over to was Sea of Thieves, but by that point, I guess I should talk to her. Well, I don't need to talk to her actually, but I do need to touch the grace. But so the next game we decided to play was Sea of Thieves, and again, we dove really hard into it, got super into the game, played a bunch of it. Had like 20 hours of footage, great footage. Just excellent moment after excellent moment, great commentary. Yeah, there were some lulls. There was an issue with that too, because see, I had just gotten a new computer, and whenever I was putting all my software and everything back on it, I just missed one, and I did not set it up to pick up their audio. So all of their commentary and their side of the banter from Sea of Thieves for 20 plus hours was just gone, which made the footage, again, unusable, which was a huge, huge wasted chunk of time there. And, of course, you know, losing these big chunks of footage is incredibly, incredibly disheartening, and really makes it just so that I just don't feel like recording or playing anymore. And then, you know, to really put the icing on the cake, we have, well, I mean, we didn't really, well, I mean, we switched to Marauders after Sea of Thieves, and I actually have some good footage and content from that just hasn't been uploaded yet. And, you know, like I've said this 3 or 4 times now, and I'm going to keep saying it because I'm a rambler, it's what I do. I did spend a lot of time working on backlog stuff that I do have edited and just ready to be uploaded and, like, put together. Published, that's the word. Ready to be uploaded and published for your viewing pleasure. But I want to make sure I have a little bit of a backlog from every game, or at least every, like, type of game that's going to be on the channel at once before I get started uploading for real again. And it takes a lot of time to get through. But also, one of the games that I'm playing is a PlayStation exclusive right now, so I gotta play it on PlayStation even if I wasn't making the switch to primarily PC. And let's see, where do I need to go? I need to go to, I believe, somewhere over in the Purified Ruins. I believe is what I'm looking for. But so I need to make sure I have space to record and upload on there. Or record and edit on there, I mean. And so I'm trying to get Elden Ring finished up and off the system. And in order to get Elden Ring finished up, I have one not so simple task that I have to do. Because I have, first of all, my own completionist issues force me to keep playing the game. But I do have the Platinum Trophy now, so that's no longer an issue. What's holding me back now is I want every ending. And there's like 6. There's the main basic bitch ending with nothing special. There is Ronnie's ending. There is the Frenzied Flame ending. There is the Dung Eater's ending. There is Corinne's ending. And there's Fia's ending. At least as far as I can tell, those are all the endings. They're all the ones that I managed to find, anyway. So we have all of these endings to do. And, of course, I wasted a lot of time to just, like, farming and dying before I finally... You may notice, I have a health bar now. I did cave a while back and get health. And it's made the game, like, so much more comically easy. Alright, let's see. I have a couple of things I need to do here. I need to get to the Temple Quarter. Not what I meant to do. Because there's a bonfire. Of Well, actually, that's not really that important. As long as I... Well, actually, it kind of is important, because that's where the dragon's at. I was gonna say, as long as I go to the dragon, I'll end up finding it, but I kind of marked the path to the dragon. Again, matters not important. Stop rambling about this game. Focus on the fact that I'm working on getting the endings, and my own completionist plus just being kind of bad at the game has made that take a very long time. Now, to be fair, I have increased my speed drastically. I mean, it took me months to finally finish the game the first time, just because of how long it took and how bad I was. And I'm going drastically fuck you, plant. I'm going drastically faster now. I've almost completed it. I've got 2 endings left. I have Fia's and the basic one. And, you know, that, at the very least, having only those endings to do, I can play a lot less of the game. I can kind of speedrun it if I want. And, because, you know, like, the second time I played the game, I actually went through and 100%ed it a second time. Because, I don't know, I expected there to be something new or cool or different for me to find or unlock. And there wasn't really, like, there wasn't really that many, like, the +1 on the talisman versions you end up getting in New Game Plus. You don't need to, or in New Game, you don't need to go to New Game Plus to get those like you used to have to do in the old Dark Souls games. You know, there's not any new enemies or new unlocks really for New Game Plus. It's just, you really, oh no, I'm dead. Oh, I lived. You really are just playing the game again. And that definitely creates something of a disconnect. Not really a disconnect, but it just made me not want to do it. And I'm just gonna beat the shit out of this dragon real quick. But yeah, so now I've kind of hit the point where I'm just charging through and killing just the most relevant of stuff. I don't actually know if I can block his shots from here. Usually I'm a couple layers higher when I do this cheese. Now I'm just kind of speedrunning, getting the bigger, more important things out of the way, not focusing on so much of the extras. And it's a good plan. I think it's working. I'm playing much faster. But as the whole point of this was just to say that I am actually on my way back. I'm getting backlogs and things set up. Bro, strike fire. You're annoying the shit out of me right now. Yep, I knew that was gonna hurt. I'm gonna have to get closer or something. There we go, just aim higher. Falling down onto this layer instead of doing it from the top layer made this fight a lot harder than it needed to be. It's like not reaching him. Alright. I need you dead, man. I can't have this going on. You're interrupting my commentary. I can't think while I'm fighting you. You're making this very annoying, sir. Ah! Get rocked out the sky, bitch. Anyway, yeah. So, long story short, I am coming back. I am getting things going. I super appreciate everyone's support and love while I've been gone. It really does mean just so much to me. Did I get the temple quarter? I did get the temple quarter. Good. And it's been nice to see that my channel is still growing, despite me being away. Not fast, not quickly or anything like that, but it is still growing, and it makes me really happy to see that. And so, yeah, this video is gonna actually go up today. Today being December 5th. And from here, probably starting around next week or so, I'm gonna start releasing the videos from the backlog, that being the Horizon Forbidden West is coming back as the story game, so that's gonna start releasing. I'm gonna be going back to Dead Cells. Actually, I have a little bit of Skull already recorded for the roguelite, and then I'm gonna be going back to Dead Cells because they actually just released another huge update for Dead Cells that I'm actually really excited to start checking out. So that's gonna be the roguelite. I have Marauders, and then just a little bit of Call of Duty already recorded and edited, ready for the like my fun nonsense games. That's kind of what they are, like time sinks. And that's kind of how I feel about my multiplayer game stuff with my brothers. It's just kind of like a fun time sinky bit of nonsense to do. You know, I need to work on my discipline and kind of start treating the YouTube channel more like a second job than I already do. And also, you know, I need to restrict myself with how much I play with them a little bit more, because I play with them too much, and I let it kind of override all of my other, like, my responsibilities. Like, I let it stop me from recording other stuff and editing and uploading and things like that. And also, I end up, like, I get kind of competitive, and I want to level up faster than them, so I'll end up playing in my off time, and I'll be lazy about it at work and things. Just like, I have been working a little bit less at work here lately. Just going into winter, we don't have as many sales, so they can't afford to, they can't afford for me to work as much. Like, the company can't. So they had me work a little bit less, and instead of using that time to double down on the YouTube and get that going really good, I used that time to double down on the nonsense games to make sure I leveled up faster than Ryan, which is petty and silly and stupid. And obviously I shouldn't have done that, but I did. And so I'm gonna be better about not doing that, because I really do need to treat this like a second job if that's what I want it to be. And that is what I want it to be. Like, it is supposed to be another job for me. I do want this to start bringing in money and eventually to replace my everyday 9-to-5, you know, tedium job. So that's where the discipline comes in. I am gonna really double down and start dedicating to kind of doing this more. And like I said, once I get Elden Ring out of the way and I can delete the game off the system and move on to bigger and better things and not have to sync anymore, because again, I am making a video here, like not literally this one today, but like I'm in the process of creating a compilation video with all the endings, because I think it would be really cool and I think people would like it. And those kind of things usually get a lot of attention on my channel, like the video where Black Knife Quiche kills a boss, and it wasn't even a major boss, it was just a regular shitty boss by yourself, got like 1,200 views, which, no, that's not incredible, but that is good for me. And the one where she solos Lich Dragon Fortisax, I don't know how many videos or views that one actually got, but I know it was a lot. Like, at least compared to what I normally get, it was like at least 100 views, I think, which is, you know, again, it's not anything incredible. It's not blow your skirt up type stuff, but it is good. And so I'm hoping that the ending compilation will be good as well. You know, I haven't seen any yet. I'm sure they exist, but it seems like a thing that people will probably really like. And so it is something that I do want to do, obviously. So that I can try and, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to capitalize on something. But at least I'm openly admitting that, yeah, I'm capitalizing. And, you know, the endings are interesting to me, too. I'm offended. Also, I am going to be rating them while I do it, because, like, unlocking them, I have no choice but to form opinions about them based on, you know, how cool they are, what it took to unlock, you know, whether or not there was a trophy, whether or not the coolness of it seemed worth the headaches I had to jump through to even get to it. A lot of factors going on into the rating of them, but I am going to be rating them all as well whenever I get there. And Ow, you bitch. I already have something in mind. God damn, this thing has... like, no HP. God damn it. Can't fucking hit it. It ain't got no HP, but I can't hit it either. Dude, I couldn't hit it. That's nutty. Should have had that fight in the bag. Literally just could not fucking hit him. Tisha almost took care of it. Oh well, whatever. I'm done with the video for now. I'm probably gonna switch over to something else. And that's, you know, this part of the thing is, like, it's the discipline. I don't want to play Elden Ring anymore. I need to so I can get it done, but I don't want to play anymore. Also, I've hit a point where my money's not important, so I'm actually just gonna gump it right back to the boss and try to fight him again. Having reached a point where money is kind of irrelevant, and it's like, to be clear, I have not unlocked everything in the game. I have not reached max level, I should say, but like, I've pretty much gotten everything I'm gonna ever need. I have all of the somber smithing stones I could ever want. I have all the upgrades. Like, I'm set. The game itself is done, and I am set up to whoop the DLC's ass if and when they release it. So I really don't need to worry about money. I'm plenty high level, and if I ever feel like farming, then I can do that easily enough. Okay, alright, dodge you this time. There we go. Once I finally manage to land that strike, it does crazy good damage. There's really nothing to worry about there. And see, this is why I like going to the Academy of Raya Lucaria, because, like, now that I've learned how to actually handle the game, this area is so quick and easy. It's like within one episode that I'm not even really dedicated to playing the game. I'm more trying to focus on talking than playing the game right now. And I've taken down 2 of the main bosses. Taking down these 2 main bosses will give me access to the royal capital immediately. So then I can charge straight into there and kill, oh, fuck you. I dodged that. That'll give me access to, you know, killing Morgoth and going straight to the capital of giants. I can move really fast. So, yeah, I'm going to have to take a detour on this one to go get Ronnie's stuff. But I will not have to really worry about, like, once I do the basic bitch final ending, it's going to happen so crazy fast. Because I'm gonna do exactly what I just did here. Because, like, yes, technically I started at the Morgoth gate entrance or whatever, but I got there within like 10 minutes after hitting this next new game level. So I'm gonna just absolutely speed run the final ending. So, like, honestly, even though it's been annoying and it's been tedious to get here, this is pretty much the final run that I have to do. Because I'll get Fia's ending here, which is the last one that requires any level of side questing, and then it's just about charging straight through for the basic ending. Which, again, I know I've beat this horse to death and then some, but it's just gonna be so quick and easy, and I can't get over that feeling. Like, honestly, I might do a bit of a speed run because I have just torn the game apart basically ever since I finally got health. Been ripping the game apart. Now, yeah, obviously, Millennia's hand is helping a lot. It does crazy good damage. I have a build for it, and of course, I can revert back to my unholy sorcery build whenever I deal with anything that is particularly beefy. Look, I basically just one comboed her, and she's dead. Problem solved. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at. And again, you know, my thoughts were not concise. Long story short, I've been away because I've had some medical issues. We've got the holiday season coming up that I've got to deal with. I do still have a job. I've been working on a backlog, and I let myself get distracted a little bit and don't focus the game as hard as I should be.
My sweetings, come out from whence
And then let's see here. From here,
there are
I will go probably
come out, say I, or will ye be grave
straight to Gelmir, because I don't actually have to kill Rykard. I could kill Rykard, but I don't need to. So yeah, from here, you go hit the teleporter, you come up to Rykard, you leave the cave, you come over here to the little, the thingy, and then technically, if you get teleported up here and you leave right away, then there's no way to go to Rykard. Like, you have to choose. You can come up here right away and go to Rykard, or you can come up here and go straight to the Altus Plateau, and then you have to come back here and teleport in again, because you cannot open the mansion from the inside. And if you take the exit to the plateau, then, I mean, I guess technically you could just go to the mansion from the plateau, but I don't actually know how to get there very easily doing that, so I don't like to do that. Pretty sure there's a boss in the way and stuff, and I don't like dealing with it, so I prefer to take the shortcut through here itself. How long have I been recording this? 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes for an update. Perfectly acceptable. Absolutely. But then again, I could go to the school. I could actually go ahead and kill Rykard just for good measure. I don't need to, though. See, that's the thing. That's what keeps getting me, is my lack of discipline. Because I want to go kill Rykard, but I don't need to. Killing Rykard is, objectively speaking, a waste of time at this point. Just like, again, technically, I would like to go up to the Consecrated Snowfield, get the Somber Dragonstone that I can get there for the quest lines, go to the Halig Tree, kill Millennia for the money, and again, the extra Somber Smithing Stone. I don't need to. I don't need to. And here's the reason why. I don't need to, because I'm level whatever I am. Look. I'm level 332. My stats are great. Okay, my faith kind of sucks. But my stats are great. I don't need to kill them. For 1.5 million, all that work for 1.5 million, I'd be better off to just go get the Moog thing and just farm if I want money at the end. And there's just like this hang up in my brain that just absolutely does not like when I take that course of action. It wants me to kill everything. But I digress. I'm going to cut the video here. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm going to get this one uploaded later on today so that you guys can get a bit of an update. And hopefully here within the next couple weeks or so, I start getting things uploaded and rolling. I don't know how much I'm going to end up recording on my own time today, but I'm going to get to it. Also, the streams have been absent. Yes, I was sick for one of them, just straight up sick for one. And then let's be real, I don't get much love when I'm streaming. So I guess I am going to go on down to the Schoolhouse Classroom. Well, since I'm still talking, I might as well keep going and give you something to look at anyway. God damn it. But, shit, what was I saying? Right, the streams, they don't get that much love. But to be fair, I don't really check the VODs to see how good they do after the fact. I just know that it's not very good in the initial interim. Like, usually, maybe 2 or 3 people will tune into a stream at a time, which is just not that great. It's not. But the point of the streams is to just kind of touch on another platform and get some more reach out there. So while I do want to keep doing them, I am going to be bringing them back once I decide on, better games to play. Actually, I think I'm going to continue playing FTL because I've seen somebody else playing that recently, and they're getting some love, so I want to keep doing it because it is really interesting, and they're just always updating. So I think that will still be my stream game, at least for the most part. But I've just kind of sacrificed the streams lately in favor of more, I've been using the stream days to focus on getting some extra recording done, because I've been using most of my recording time to just do like silly nonsense. I really, really hate that you have to let this thing kill you to get teleported. I actually need to dodge this one. Because I need a twig. Here we go. I don't actually, I thought I had the twig on my flask, but I don't. So yeah, do it this way. Yeah, I don't like that you have to die to teleport. It's annoying. I mean, I guess I could have just spent the money, but it pretty much requires you to either change your physic or use a twig for that, which I just don't like. But you get one twig for basically free every time if you just go to Patrick's. Something. Whatever. I'm gonna cut it here. I've said everything I have to say. Pretty much. I'll organize it in the description a little bit and maybe put a disclaimer. But hopefully you watched to this point. Hopefully this was entertaining, if nothing else. And real quick before I go, if you don't know the shortcut that I'm talking about, once you get teleported by that thing, you can run over here, jump off of this, and yes, it hurts. You can do it though. It's not an issue. Run past the slugs. Now, there is a magma worm over there that I choose not to fight because it's just not worth the hassle, especially if you don't need the dragon heart. Also, while I'm in here, it will behoove me to use the bolt of ransacs. These guys, they take a lot of damage from the lightning, and also it keeps them knocked down and away. And I'm gonna be honest, the bolt is not really for him. The bolt is actually for the guy at the top of this elevator here. But you take this elevator up, and I'm sure people know about this because I found it on the internet, like on a wiki. But you come up this elevator, and you have this one priest guy who is, you know, I mean, I'm sure he's dangerous and scary, but the lightning stick knocking him on his ass is pretty effective. And this is why, literally, that's why I brought it, was so that I could keep that guy knocked down and away from me. And then you get up here, and this is actually on the other side of the bridge that you're supposed to get to. Like, you're supposed to, they expect you to go through the area. And then this is a shortcut once you've been down there, because you come out like a little door over there, and then you're supposed to go down and around through all the lava. I'm sure you know the path, but instead of doing that, you can just come up here and do it that way, and then you get direct access to the boss right here. No fuss, no muss. And it's just a godskin noble. Like, yeah, it's annoying. It's not that tough. It's not a big deal. And now, I wasn't supposed to come this way at all. I was actually supposed to go to the plateau itself. But, nah, I'm here. Might as well embrace what I've done to myself. Because the point of it was to show off the shortcut. Whee! He's getting ready to go fat guy mode. Yep. You can kind of cheese this as well by hiding behind the pillars. And then if you have something, like for example the Moonblade, that you can swing through the pillar at him. It's quite effective. Oh, he boomed me. Now you do gotta be careful, because of course he can do a lot of damage and he can run your ass over. But yeah, you kill him, and then you're up here at the Temple of Igle, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump from Rykard. Like, he's literally, you go up the elevator and he's around the corner. I don't know if you've all completed this, but if you haven't, there you go. There's that, that shortcut right there makes doing the Volcano Manor comically easy. Like, literally, up the elevator, around the corner, through a building, and you're at the boss fight. Plain, simple, done, and done. But, I've talked enough, I've done enough. Thank you everybody for tuning into this one. I hope you enjoyed. I'm still bad at doing my outro, but I will see you in the next one. And as always, stay frosty out there. Alright everybody, we're going to go ahead and pause it here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really does help. You can also check out twitter.com/snowflake for when videos come out. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.